Interesting.
On who they were yesterday. We're proving we all have the power to rise to any challenge. No matter what you drive, you can turn it into cash now at AutoNation. It's as easy as
Check.
A, B, C. Any AutoNation store, bring in your car, check on the spot. It's that simple.
Anybody can see me?
You'll get top dollar off.
This is a test. I'm wondering if you are seeing me. Let me open up my Facebook page. So if I share that, how do I do this? Jerome, I'm wondering if you're watching me. Whoops, I think I just saw myself. Wait a minute, I'm scanning down. Okay, it says I'm live now. I can see and hear you. Hi, Bill. How you doing? Hi, Julie. Hi, Lisa. This is a test, guys. We had to cancel our morning broadcast. I'm going to bump this up to 1080 resolution. See what happens. Okay. I don't know if I'm a little better for you now. Bump, 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 bump. Jerome, if you're watching me, we got a show here now. It sucks, doesn't it? Let me see. All right. I see you guys commenting as well. Okay, Bill, I say you. Hey, Ryan. Wow, I'm listening to myself. That's weird. All right, but the schedule time, did schedule time start? I guess it did. Guys, hi. From what I understand, Biden's got 290 electoral votes currently. But of course, the asshole administration is going to still try and contest this. That's his prerogative. But that's even if it's proven that he in fact did lose, he probably not going to do a concession knowing this guy. All right, okay, how do I do this? Let me show you guys something. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, that's not working. Why? All right. Well, I got a broadcast here. That's a little bit of good news, but a little too late. So let's try this. Hope everybody's doing okay. Lisa, hope you're doing fine, darling. Do this. Let's watch a little. Whoops, what did I do?
What's the big idea, Sebastian? Waking me up in the middle of the night.
Okay, so that worked.
Golly, I think he's trying to tell us something.
I can't
Let him
comment
tell
to
us
the
in the
group
morning.
stuff.
Now what?
Why? Don't know.
I think we better wake up the boys and find out what Sebastian's talking about. Me too. My ears are twitching the danger signal a mile
One
a
thing's
minute,
not another.
and they need their beauty sleep. Look, there's a light coming from that door.
At least I see you reacting to my video test. Can I comment here? Let's see.
Wow, it's some kind of a super laboratory. And look at that crazy hothouse. Move over, Josie. Let me see.
Guys.
What are you doing here?
You know,
hey,
something tells me we're in trouble.
Pat, I'm live. Okay, so that's good news, of course.
And now that you
can still
know
hear
my
me. Hey,
secret,
guys, a little bit of a
I must
tip.
make sure
You ever get a new
it
laptop?
remains
Make
a
sure you
secret.
get one with
And
an
just what are you going to
illuminated
do with
keyboard.
this green nose?
Okay, I am right now having my phone on.
You're just going to take
Illuminating my
a little
keyboard.
walk.
I could get my butt up
Creature
and go turn on the light here, the ceiling light, but guys, it's still light outside. Come on.
Goody. I'll take some
Maryland
pictures
is
to
beating
send
Penn
home.
State.
Forget it. Those aren't the
Bad.
posing types posing.
Okay, 14-0 so far.
With the first
Georgia-Florida
rolls of my
game, which is the
little
big rivalry here in the
I
state of
need,
Florida and the state of
3
Georgia, of course.
volunteers.
It's tied, 14-14.
You and you.
Second half, 12 minutes.
Just a minute, Mr. Greenfat.
No, he just made it to
Alan and
the...
I do everything together. He stays with me.
Where line?
Very well.
You guys can't. Oh, I know why you can't. I can't see you guys in my chat room. I need to set this to public, and I will be able to respond.
This
I'm
must
such
be
an
the place.
idiot. I gotta
You
remember
can't do this
that.
to us, you big
All right, now let me go
baboon.
back to
She's right.
studio.
I'm allergic to plants.
There you
I
go.
have
Now I
ADHD.
see you. All your comments coming in,
Maybe
but I
this
can't put
will
them on the
cure
screen
you.
though. Why not?
For good.
That's what I was afraid you say.
I can see all your comments now, but
Now hear this.
that's
Now
1080.
hear this.
It looks good, Bill. Thanks, buddy. Bill, I have no idea who you are,
I've seen enough.
but thanks nonetheless. I'm glad you're on my friends list.
I'll show you, you overgrown weed.
Display.
You two were meant for each other.
Typically, during a broadcast, I can display your
Put
comments
him
on the
down,
screen.
you
if I
refugee from a
went
lawnmower.
Full screen like
I
this,
said put him
scrolling
down.
across the bottom, usually a comment
Come on,
from
let's go for a
whatever you
spin.
said would pick up, but
Alexander,
not understanding
follow
why I
me.
cannot. Let me do something else. Maybe it's the schedule.
Now, when I let go, let's
Let's
go.
try this.
Getting away.
That is the public.
The wire guitar strings are tied to the hinge pins on the door, and these drumsticks in the vent will act as
I can't
pulleys.
comment. Hi,
Now,
Lori,
Melody, when
sweetheart.
I give
Hope
the
you're doing
signal,
good.
Jump on the drum
Lisa,
pedal,
you
and
guys
that
want
will
to see
cut
my
off the
face
hinge
again?
pins.
It's
But
terrible.
the
I
door
didn't
will
comb my
fall
hair or
down.
anything like
That's
that.
the
I got
idea.
a ghetto fro right now.
Ready?
Uh,
Go!
My show today was supposed to be based
I'm
on
glad I don't play the drums
cartoon
this way
grids.
all the
Cartoon
time.
grids.
Ready, Chelsea?
Basically, it's the
Ready.
TV schedule for each season. I don't say each year
Come on,
because
Cat.
some
Let's make tracks.
back in the 60s, they actually debuted cartoons during certain times of the year. So you may have a spring, fall, and winter
We've got to sneak back
where
into
you
the
would
mansion
see
and rescue the girls.
new cartoons.
Great idea,
And
Alan.
then as
And I'll
the years
stay
went
here
by,
and
they
guard the
only
jungle.
basically
Oh, no.
relegated
You're
just
coming
to
with
the
us.
fall.
But I don't look
So
good
it's pretty
disguised as a
interesting to
creature plant.
see.
You'll look a
Let me-
lot worse if you
Hold on,
don't get
I'm gonna
moving.
pull up my other. Where am I? What am I doing, Mark? Oh.
The disguise is working. They're not paying any attention to us.
Aha, there it is.
Faster, faster.
Sebastian, come on!
I'm gonna add another screen for you guys. I'm gonna do this
so
show
good.
again next
But which way
Saturday.
to the hot
But
house?
since I'm sitting here
It's
running my
usually
mouth and some of you
hotter
guys
in
are
the
watching,
south. Let's
so
head south.
Mighty Mouse was basically
Only
the
Melody would
first.
think of that, but
Actually,
it's as good a direction as any.
Crusader Rabbit
There's no
was
telling
actually
where
the
Greenhouse
first
got the girls locked up.
Saturday morning
I think it's
cartoon
that away.
developed
You're
for
wrong as
Saturday
usual.
mornings.
It's this
Or I
way.
should have said, should have said just a cartoon developed for Saturday morning.
Oh, a
But then
creature
once the
plant.
programming started in the 60s, 1960 to be exact, they showed
Stop!
uh,
Oh, golly, it
Mighty
sounds
Mouse.
like Alexandra.
Okay.
The plant must have eaten her. It
Mighty
is
Mouse
Alexandra.
Playhouse was the name
Who
of
were
the
you
show.
expecting?
Out of the
Scooby-Doo?
schedule for 1960,
Now that we're all together
everything
again,
else was live
let's
action.
get out of this kooky
Um,
weed factory.
I'll
Can't name the
second
shows
that
without
motion.
pulling up my list here real quick. But animation only had Mighty Mouse on during that time.
Let's swing out of here.
And a little bit more Mighty Mouse, blah, blah, blah. If you guys got to go do something, fix dinner, whatever, I understand. Top Cat came on during a certain year. I forget what year that was, 62 or whatever. Of course, you got Bugs Bunny who came on, and then you had Rough and Ready. Rough and Ready,
But no matter.
after
Forget
Crusader
the
Rabbit,
jungle
was
hunt
actually
at
the
Godway
first
Mansion. And our ungrateful young
animated
guests are heading
series
back for their village.
produced by Hanna-Barbera.
You
To be exact.
go
Crusader,
to the
Crusader
hunt.
Rabbit was not Hanna-Barbera. I forget the name of the company, but they were the first to be a
Jungle
planned
drums.
Saturday morning cartoon,
That's
but Rough and Ready
unfriendly
was the
beat
first
if
Saturday morning
I
cartoon for
ever heard
Hanna-Barbera.
I'll
Okay,
teach
so
them a
that's pretty
groovy
good.
beat.
Then you had Casper the Friendly Ghost. You know what?
Melody, stop!
For
Knock it
some
off,
reason,
Melody. If the headhunters hear you, they'll know where we are. Oh, don't be silly,
I'm
Alexandra.
gonna show
They know that already.
this video. For some reason, I like this video. Let me
Now I know how General Custer
Let's do
felt.
this. Bear with me, guys, and watch this video here for Casper. Let's see.
Oh boy. I wonder what they're going to do
Bye.
with us.
As I
Does
click tabs,
this give you a clue?
this is a very complicated little.
Hey, who's
Well,
getting
really,
the
isn't
hang of
complicated. It's just a lot of
Maybe
steps
we can
you gotta go
overwhelm
by.
them with some parlor magic.
Sounds like a
In
good
my
idea,
studio. Okay, let me
Alan.
bring this screen up.
I wonder what's in the pot.
Okay, so now there's 4 screens, and watch the intro to Casper back in 1962, 63.
I'm the ghost that's known as Casper. I want to be a friend to you. I will try to make you happy. This is all you have to do. Come along now and join the party. Come along now and have some fun. We are all the friendly people and the one that...
Hope you guys can hear that okay.
Here's a little witch we call Wendy. She's as good as she can be.
Now, if you're my age, a little older, whatever, you may remember this cartoon. If you do, type something in the comments so I can...
Here's the funny ghostly trio. They have tricks they've never used. And the horse whose name is Nightmare, she will keep you all amused. Come along now and join the party. Come along now and have some fun. Joe will start in just a moment. You're gonna laugh until it's done. So come along everybody to the new Casper Cartoon Show.
All right, so that was Casper. And here's the ending.
The time has come when we must leave you. Sorry we are that we must go. And we hope that we will see you when it's time for our next show. Goodbye, goodbye from Wendy. Goodbye from Spooky. Goodbye from Nightmare. And the same ghostly trio. Please remember me, my name is Casper, and I want to be a friend to you. I'll be back again, and if you're present...
Oh, Julie, you don't remember that opening? I do.
All to do. Come along now and join the party. Come along now and have some fun.
I definitely remember that opening, Julie.
So come along everybody to the next Casper
Cartoon
Cartoon
Show. All right, one thing the networks did do, and back then, and Julie, you'll remember this, it was only 3 networks, ABC, CBS, NBC. Okay, there were 3, 4, maybe 5 cartoons that they put on prime time, the Flintstones being one of them. The other one, cartoon that they put on prime time that literally came on in the evenings, okay, was the Jetsons. It did not debut during the big start of TV programming, but they took all of their nighttime programming, okay, in later years, let's say 62, 63, 64, all the way up to 66, 67, and they put them on Saturday morning cartoons. Johnny Quest being one of those. Johnny Quest started, I think, on a Tuesday night at 7:30, I think, something like that. And they eventually added it to the Saturday morning cartoon. Now, what I surmise, you guys who are my age, Julie included, Julie, I bet you're younger than me. You definitely are prettier than me. We really did not get into Saturday morning cartoons till maybe around the age of, I would say, 8 or 10. Okay, at the age of 8 or 10 is when we were old enough to say, I want to see this again next week. Thus, we starting a sort of routine for everybody for Saturday morning cartoons to watch every week. Julie says, I definitely remember the evening tunes. Boy, I wish I could put this comment up on the screen. I don't know why this won't work. Yeah, so typically Saturday morning cartoons, we went back to each and every week. Let me pull up my file and let me show you guys, or at least tell you guys the grid. Okay, grids. Which one is it? Bear with me on this. So the networks discovered, okay, that wait, people are actually watching these cartoons that we're putting on. And they just basically, because of that, built up their programming, thus the creation of new cartoons. Okay, the stuff you know now was never in the minds of the creators or the networks, I should say, until they basically came up with an idea of making money in the form of action figures, toys, games like Monopoly, things like that. They now had an outlet to show kids who in turn go and bug their parents about buy me this, buy me this, buy me this. So that was when the big boom started. Okay. Now, oh, where's my files? Oh, I don't think I could. Well, let's see. Let's bear with me, guys, while I poke around here and trying to find files. Let's pick the fall of, let's start off with the fall of 1963. Let's do that. Stand by as my photo program wakes up. All right, so let's see. Let's do this. Okay, how do I do this now? It's a work in progress, guys. Bear with me. Let me see. So if I share, oh, I know how to do this. So stupid. I know how to do this. Should I do this first? Let's go back to. I occasionally talk to my. You know, they get on my case at my office because I literally talk to myself while I'm working, and you know, my boss always comes around and says, "Man, I hope you're not answering yourself." You know, actually, I am. So, you know, kiss my ass, boss. All right, what did I say? I said spring of 63. All right, let's try this. Wait for it. I want to show you guys something here. If you guys are still watching, kind of plug into the comment thing so I know you're there or not. Still uploading. Why is this taking so long to upload this small JPEG? Well, that's not healthy. Keep our fingers crossed and hope this works because it's trying to upload. All right, we saw, well, I had Josie playing at the time. I can continue with that to keep you. Oh, that was the end of Josie. All right, let's get rid of that. 21-21. My God, these teams are just scoring back and forth on numbers. Hey, Terry, if you're watching, kind of give me an idea that you are. Type in something, say hi to me, whatever. But so the networks back in that time, let's see, what's this say? Still here, but have something to do back in 5. Oh, no big deal. I may be here, may not be here, but thanks for joining in nonetheless. And I can't get this file to upload. So let's cancel it. See if I can bring in another one. Let's see, get one of these suckers to work. Upload. Oh my God, that one went quick. All right, take a look at this, guys, if you can. Let me put a solo on. This was the grid for the winter of 1964 to 1965. During this time, you can basically see the shows between the hour of 8 a.m., that is 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. in all actuality. And you can pick out the cartoons, and you can pick out the live action ones. Live action one would be go to 2 p.m. at ABC. That's Annie Oakley. You notice the live action show. 1:30 on CBS was the CBS Saturday News. But then the cartoons run into play around 9 a.m. I have no idea what Mr. Mayor is. I don't remember that. I don't recall it. I have no idea what that is. Hey, Mark, good to see you. You've got some of the bugs worked out. Yeah, Terry, I don't know what's going on. I'm still upset. But anyway, the Alvin Show. Look at all the CBS grid. Let's go across the grid here. Mr. Mayor, the Alvin Show, which we know is from the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Tennessee Tuxedo and His Tales. Quick Draw McGraw. Mighty Mouse Playhouse, which was carried over. I think it ran for 10 seasons or something like that. Linus the Lionhearted, the Jetsons, Sky King actually was animated. I remember that. My Friend Flicka was live action. Okay, then of course I Love Lucy. The NBC had I have no idea what that show is. Underdog, which I loved Underdog. They called it The Underdog Show. Fireball XL5, we all know, is a British show. The same creator from all Jerry Anderson and his group, same creator of Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet, things like that. Dennis the Menace. Fury was live action. It was about a horse. So there were competing horse shows. My Friend Flicka had on CBS and NBC on Fury. Exploring, I have no idea what that is. So basically, this was the grid for 1964. Now, let me show you when the big superhero boom started. And let me see here. Let's see. I think it started. I don't know when it started, but let's go for a hot year. Let's try the winter of 1966 and 1967. Let's see what we got there. So if you look at this, in the winter of 1966, 1967, this is when the superheroes, I don't think it started here. I think it started in 66 fall. No, yeah, maybe fall or spring. But if you notice here, you can see the King Kong show, which was one of my favorite animated shows, Japanese animation, by the way, early Japanese animation, pretty much in the same realm as Astro Boy and Kimba and Gigantor. Well, there was King Kong, which I love the music, and I know, word from word, the theme song. The Beatles, I'm looking at the ABC grid, if you can see here. These were all the shows. So when you were around about this age, and maybe not in 66, 67, you may still have been a little too young to know what you were looking at. But this schedule continued and repeated itself as we got older. That's how we know these shows, okay? Because obviously they were all shown through repeats. And we were saying, hey, I want to see the Beatles. Well, as you can see, at the 10:30 hour, the Beatles was on. The new Casper cartoon show, obviously, was renewed. Some of these shows was renewed over and over. My good buddy David Kiefer actually likes Milton the Monster. Bugs Bunny show, McGilla Gorilla. We did a show last week where we featured the Hoppity Hooper show. It wasn't a feature, but it was part of. CBS had, the Mighty Mouse, and I think this was the first appearance of the Mighty Heroes. I don't know if anybody remember the Mighty Heroes. Diaper Man, Rope Man, Strong Man, Cuckoo Man. That's it. Cuckoo Man. And there was another one. I can't remember. But they were superheroes. It was great. Great theme song. I might have to find that. Underdog show again. Then we have Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, Space Ghost and Dino Boy, The New Adventures of Superman, which is freaking awesome. We had all these shows that touched into the superhero realm. As you can see, NBC at 10 o'clock in the morning was the Flintstones, which had already debuted years before in prime time. The Adam Ant show. I love the Adam Ant show, man. I love the opening to the Adam Ant show. It's awesome. You see the Jetsons in there. You can Cool Me Cool. All of those shows there. That was the boom of 1967. But if you went into, whoops, wrong screen. Excuse me for a sec. If you went into, let's say, the fall of 1967. All right, let's do that. Let's upload that. Show and stream. Solo off. Here we go. The fall of 1967. Look at this. 1967. This is when, where is it on the list? There it is. You look at ABC at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. was Spider-Man. The coolest music, the most iconic music of Spider-Man happened with this animated show in 1967. Okay, so Spider-Man debuted. Also, it was, let me find it before I say anything. I am incorrect. It's not this year. But I will bring the year up. But in this list, you see CBS had the Herculoids up against the Fantastic Four, which, as a comic book guy myself, superhero guy, this was treacherous. The fact that we had to walk across the room to turn the channel, was basically bad, really, really bad. Okay, so it made us, if we wanted to see the Fantastic Four, which is Marvel, but we love the Herculoids on CBS, we had a problem. Same with Shazam, and ABC. And hopefully a lot of you guys remember what Shazam was. And it was a giant genie out of a lamp that was discovered by a guy, and this is his sister, I think. And they had a flying camel, baby camel, a teenage camel, whatever. Shazam was a genie that, granted all their wishes. Of course, saw Moby Dick and the Mighty Mightor, Superman Aquaman Hour, which was awesome. Samson and Goliath. You look at the conflicts in this schedule of shows that you guys would probably be interested in. Let me tease you a little bit with one of these. So bear with me, guys, while I bring up another animated clip of one of these shows. What should I show you, to be honest? What should I show you? Let's see. Let's do... Oh, this is cool. It's not on this list, but it's something that we know and have seen and love. So bear with me as I get this up on the screen for you. Oh, I need to clear some space here. Let's see, it's a little off. Oh, you see my face again? That's not pretty. Let me bring these grids down. Remove. Let's remove that one. I'm going to remove this one. Who is commenting again? Oh, Julie, all the way. Mighty Heroes calls her June Foray. Yes, June Foray was a voice. Mighty Hero. Oh, it came up 3 times. All right. Watch this clip here. This was one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons. And people remember it so well. Here you go.
When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for underdog, 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 underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who love or plunder, underdog, underdog, underdog. When in this world the headlines read of those whose hearts are filled with greed, who rob and steal from those who need to right this wrong with blinding speed, goes underdog, 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 underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder, underdog. When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for underdog, 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 underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder, underdog, underdog, underdog.
Hey, Mike. This is a test broadcast. Since I had to schedule my show this morning, basically, I had to try to test. I got to get this thing working, and it drives me crazy that I'm having or had problems this morning. I couldn't connect, or the platform would not connect to the broadcast. Let's say it wouldn't issue the broadcast. So really, I was really upset about that. I'm glad some of you guys are just popping in anyway, just to say hi or see what the heck I'm doing. But I had to schedule this to see if it works. I don't know where Jerome is. I was hoping that he could join me for this, but you know, Jerome is probably doing another show. So yes, underdog. That was underdog, guys. So I should turn some lights on so you guys can see me, but I don't want to. So there you go. Quick Draw McGraw, underdog, Wally Cox, Sweet Polly Purebred. Yes, who was the voice of Sweet Polly Purebred? John Willis. Since you're on, welcome. Tennessee Tuxedo was a show that I remember very well and I watched consistently. Now, in the early days of programming, Tennessee Tuxedo was one of the first group of network animated shows. It was a couple years in front of, or behind, shall I say, all of the superhero cartoons, all of those shows that we got addicted to. So seeing Tennessee Tuxedo was basically what we were used to seeing in terms of early shows. Mike says, "I see you fine." Okay, you see me fine. Linus the Lion-Hearted. Linus Lion-Hearted. I didn't really watch much. I don't remember much of it. Of course, there's my boy Underdog. And then you had the Beatles. Okay. And then there's Milton the Monster. Did I do Milton the Monster? Let me see if I have that in my list. I do not have that in my list here to show, but I know I've had it before. Let me give you guys a little bit of an idea of some of the promos that's this particular, let me stop this, particular network was showing to advertise upcoming Saturday morning cartoons. So give me a little bit here while I go through the clicking and the, my God, man, I got a lot of respect for people that are behind the boards at TV stations and even concerts. You know, what they have to do just to keep things rolling and then know when to do what to do. I want you guys to watch this, get an idea of how things worked back then. That's as loud as it gets.
The Herculoids. Moby Dick. Pytor. Space Ghost. Shazam. Aquaman. Superman. Frankenstein Jr., The Impossible. Man of the future, man of the past. Whale and a genie, it's a super blast. Saturday morning, CBS Cartooniverse. On CBS, in color every Saturday.
What you see on ABC Saturday mornings, you'll be talking about all weekend. You'll be talking about Hong Kong Phooey, a canine crusader who changes from janitor to crime fighter at the close of a drawer. About the new adventures of Gilligan and his shipwrecked friends. About Devlin, 3 kids out on their own together as a motorcycle stunt team. About Cord, 70,000 BC, a family struggling to survive in prehistoric times. And These Are the Days, about a turn-of-the-century family in rural America. 5 bright new shows, part of Funshine Saturday each week. Also this season, 14 after-school specials, continuing in the tradition of the Emmy-winning Rookie of the Year. And there's plenty of special early evening entertainment for the whole family to enjoy together, including a special showing of David Hartman's Birth and Babies. ABC programs for children. We take our kids seriously.
Keep an eye out for these 2 birds. One calls himself Heckle, the other Jekyll. They're a pair of real comedians. There's another bird following them, the world's funniest penguin. He goes under the name
of... My apologies. I didn't unmute myself. Yeah, thanks, Charles. I had my mic because I was coughing, so I wanted to mute myself. So let me go back to what the heck I was saying. I think that last clip that I showed you guys was probably around 1973, 1972, maybe 1974, because the narrator's voice is very, very recognizable. You've heard him before. He does all the advertisings for that network at the time, So you hear him all over the place. This is another one from CBS. The last one I showed you was ABC's entry. And this is from 1965. So now that you can hear me, let me shut up again and go ahead and finish with this clip here.
Tennessee tuxedo. In the same neighborhood is an extraordinary mouse. He's fast moving and high flying. He's Mighty Mouse. Now approaching the jungle, we come to the domain of Linus the Lionhearted. Definitely the one to meet. Let's face it, kids, he's the king. Tom and Jerry turn up everywhere. You can't miss them. Visit them right after Linus. Join Quick Draw McGraw and corral yourselves some Western fun. There's your tour, kids. 6 cartoons. In color each Saturday morning.
In all honesty, that was pretty lame. that was pretty lame. Very amateurish, if you ask me. If they were trying to make a joke, that's funny. Hey, I got a trivia question for you. Okay, so of course I'm not going to give you the answer until you pop up on the screen with it, and I'll let you know if you got it right or not. Who was the narrator? Okay, who was the narrator for the Adam Ant Show? If you remember the theme music, the intro to Adam Ant, there's a very recognizable character who is the narrator. Name him, and I also want you to name as many shows, if you can remember, that he was a part of, either in a guest starring role or a full starring role. Okay, who was the narrator for Adam Ant? All right, that's your test as we move along here. Porky Pig had his own show. Now, I remember when Porky Pig started, and it was really early. I think about 1960. We had Porky Pig, who was probably early animation before Merry well, no, not it was not. I stand corrected. It was not before Merry Melodies. It was before. Well, I don't know if he was part of the Looney Tunes universe then. Probably so, but he had his own show. So how that right. Okay, I see. Okay, Mike, go for bonus points. Go for bonus points. If you notice here on the screen, these are 3 Hanna-Barbera. Now, Hanna-Barbera dominated Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, they just went absolutely wild. They created a cheaper, faster way of developing animated cartoons as opposed to shows like Johnny Quest. They actually, I think they transferred it into the Flintstones as well, but it made them produce a higher amount, shall I say, of cartoons for Saturday morning. So because they figure out a faster way of animating their characters, the network just ate them up. Say, give me more, give me more, give me more. You know, give me more, give me more. Mike so far has the winning. What the hell is Julie? What are you saying? What the heck's a Ruby Roo? Okay. I thought it was John Messick. I stand corrected. Yes. Ted Cassidy. And you know what? Do I have that clip? Hey, I got a treat here. So Mike has the answer. He has failed on the extra points. Okay. But I want you guys to, and so I'm going to go ahead and override him and tell you guys. Well, first off, Mike did get Ted Cassidy was the announcer for the Adam Ant Show. Ted Cassidy is known as Lurch on the Addams Family. He was also in a Star Trek episode. He is also the voice of Frankenstein Jr. All right. So if you did not know that, you know it now. You've just been educated. This is what this show does. We educate you. So without any further ado, listen to this fantastic soundtrack and pay attention to the voice of Ted Cassidy narrating Adam Ant.
Up and Adam, it's Adam Ant. His strength, his might, his speed, his fight. He's Adam Ant, that tiny ant, and his atomic power. Has what it takes and always makes the vilest villain cower. He's rough, He's tough, and bad guys yell it out when he is up and adamant.
All right, Adam Ant, that's some good trivia. Thanks. Julie said Ted Cassidy was in radio in Dallas and was on the air when JFK was shot. Yeah, I mean, with that voice, you know it was meant for radio. But then, you know, if you saw the guy in person, having never saw him before, you probably would have freaked out because he was as big as a house. He had very chiseled features. He was a good-looking big guy. But he was, in fact, the narrator in Adam Ant and Lurch and the Addams Family and things of that nature. So there you go. That was Adam Ant. Here's my favorite. Let's see. Is this number one or number two? It's number two. My number two, I have 3 top favorite Saturday morning cartoons that I love. Space Ghost was number 1. Nope. Stand corrected. Space Ghost was number 2. Number 1 was Johnny Quest. Okay. And then number 3 was, I think, the Herculoids. I think I went in that number. You guys want to see some? Oh, since we're still on Ted Cassidy, let's do this first. Ted Cassidy, then I'm going to show you guys another grid, and you're going to have another trivia question, and you're going to have to try and answer. But let me put this up. This is another Ted Cassidy edition. Bear with me. Let me get it up on the screen for you. Okay. And see if you listen to the voice, guys. Listen to the voice.
Sorry, that was close. Now I'll have to contact Frankenstein Jr. on my radar ring. Vito, I've reached him. Hello, Frankenstein Jr.
Hello, Buzz.
I need help, and make it SOS. Super on speed.
Roger, Buzz.
Jeepers, I'm running out of time and luck. Frankie!
Coming, Buzz.
Wow-wee, am I glad we invented you.
Man, I could do a whole show on Ted Cassidy and basically show clips of his work. One of my favorite clips is when Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family is showing Ted Cassidy how to dance the jerk. I wonder if I can find that. But basically showing him how to dance, and it is the most hilarious. I'm going to find it. I'm on a mission. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Excuse my head. Lurch. Here it is. Stand by, guys, as I gear this up. You're going to see. Let's get this up on the screen. All right. Let's try this one here. This looks like a better one. Let me pause it. Let me go big. Can I do that? Okay. Stand by, guys. I know I'm talking to myself, but that comes with age. So get used to it. Oh, no. All right. I got it. All right. Watch this, guys. This is hilarious. Get up there. Let's do full screen here. I'm going to run it back. I'm going to do full screen here. All right, here we go. Watch this.
This is the latest. It's called The Droop.
Go Wednesday. Go Wednesday. Go Wednesday. Go Wednesday.
Now you try it.
Me?
I don't think my mother was dancing like that in clubs.
Swinger.
You don't want her to think you're square, do you?
Oh.
And if you learn how to dance well, she'll think you're boss.
Boss.
I see it, Mike. Good going. Thanks, Terry.
Come on, try it.
Try not to laugh too hard, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big man.
Go. Oh, boy, I'm lucky. I'll say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. You got it, Lurch.
That has got to be the greatest piece of choreography. I wonder how many takes he had to do that in. Oh, Carolyn Jones was so hot.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I thought the
A
mazurka
little too
went
thin
on
for me,
ages
but she was
ago.
still sexy.
Wednesday, darling, you're excused. And please turn off the phonograph.
Yes, Mother.
Hey, Arthur, good to see you, buddy.
Lurch, the music has stopped.
No, but I can't.
That is awesome.
Here's how to look good in 4 easy steps.
You guys are welcome. So we were on a Ted Cassidy. Like I said before, I could do a whole freaking show just on Ted Cassidy, and we have so many clips from him and Addams Family, him and Star Trek, as Frankenstein Jr., narrator Adam Ant. I even saw some old cowboy series. I can't remember what cowboy series it was, where Ted Lurch was a guest star. Of course, it's easy to find out, but I'm just showing you that. Space Ghost, guys. Space Ghost and Tangent with Dino Boy. They did not work together. Those were two separate shows. Okay, it was Dino Boy in the Lost Valley, and then it was Space Ghost. And Space Ghost is my number 2 favorite of all. Number 2 on the list. And I did not do a Space Ghost for you guys. Okay, let me advance this for a bit because I want you guys to guess something for me. Let's see. Did that spawn do the lurch? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Julie. Talk English. Anyway, so let me show you. The only 3 left alive on that show is Wednesday, Gomez, and Cousin It. Thanks, Mike. What was I? I lost my train of thought. Oh, I need to show you guys another grid. Let me see if I can pull up another grid because this is important. I'm going to go to, and next weekend I'm going to do the full 10 years because I'm doing 10 years of these grids. I'm going to advance to 1969 for a very specific reason. And I'll show you in a minute. Okay, it is uploaded. Here is the grid of shows for 1969. So look at this, guys. In 1969, we had the Smokey and the Bear show. The Smokey the Bear show, not Smokey and the Bear. It wasn't Andy Griffin and Burt Reynolds. And at 9 o'clock, we had the Chattanooga Cats. See what you guys remember. I remember Hot Wheels. I remember the Hardy Boys. I remember Skyhawks. And then the ones that aren't bold are the ones that carried over from the previous year. So it got renewed. The Adventures of Gulliver, Fantastic Voyage, and that was all from ABC. And of course, I actually watched American Bandstand in this age. It says American Bandstand 1970, but we all know this is the fall of 1969. So of course, they're going to call it 1970. CBS had the Jetsons, which was renewed. Bugs Bunny Road Runner Hour, which was renewed. Brand new series, Dastardly and Muttley and Their Flying Machines. Brand new series, The Perils of Penelope Pitstop, which if you've never seen either one of those, they are connected. The characters are in each one, and they are on different missions on each series. And then the big one, but I'm going to skip over that for a minute. You got the Archie Comedy Hour. You got the Monkeys, which was a repeat. You got the Wacky Races. You got the New Adventures of Superman. And Johnny Quest was on at 1:30, guys. 1:30. 1969 is probably when I became competent enough, old enough to like these Saturday morning cartoons majorly and to return back each week to check them out. Of course, with the 3 networks, you can see all the competing times. We did not have remote control TVs back then. So changing, I think I vaguely recall me sitting on the floor in front of the TV and actually having my hand on the dial. so that I was switching. A commercial would come on after one scene, and I would switch it to the next show, and so on. And only had 3 networks to do that in. But I remember doing that, and it was terrible. CBS, of course, had the Jetsons, which was renewed. Oh, I said that already. Let's go down to NBC, the Heckle and Jekyll Show. Here Comes the Grump. Weird cartoon. Very weird. The Pink Panther Show, which I really like. The Patties and Freeling was the company that put that out, and that was cool. HR Puffin Stuff, which is a Superstar. Okay. Banana Splits Adventure Hour. We all know the Banana Splits. Banana Splits Adventure Hour literally broke out into different shows occasionally. You saw the Arabian Nights, you saw Tom Sawyer, you saw, I can't remember, somebody's going to have to help me with that, but you saw all these various shows on the Banana Splits. And okay, so let's get back to the big one. So during that time, and notice Land of the Lost is not on this list. Okay, it's not in 1965 fall. The fall of 1965 is when all the new cartoons started. And you go into your TV guide, you get your TV guide, or I think for me, it was probably last Sunday's newspaper where the TV grid was in there, and I could see everything that was about to happen. Hey, Randall, good to see you, brother. Classics. Oh, yeah, Arthur. Danger Island. Uh-oh, Tungo. Anyway, so the big standout cartoon, probably the most famous cartoon in history. I'm going to go that far to say that, and I'm sure I'm not going to be off by doing it. The most famous cartoon in history, which carried on for decades and still do to this day, was this. Oh, I didn't have it ready for you. I'm sorry. Should have had it ready for you. Was this cartoon that, believe it or not, debuted, whoops, stand by, debuted in 1969. Sorry, guys, I'm moving around screens here to get everything plugged in. And Solo, no. This came on, let me see that grid again. That was on, debuted on CBS at 10:30 a.m. in 1969, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that this is our favorite dog, so have at it.
Where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see
you.
Got a silver. You're the human being, 'cause I
can see the way you shake and shiver, because you know we got a mystery to solve. I was hot for Velma. That, fair to say, is the most popular cartoon in history. Okay, it's Scooby-Doo. So that's pretty cool. All right, Gary, Mike in the chat room here is saying Gary Owens is the voice of Space Ghost. Yes, he is. Good thing you can't see me dancing. Yes, it is. So that was our grid here. I'm going to do one more grid. Probably show you one more show, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. This was a test broadcast. This was actually supposed to be this morning, 9 a.m. show, but due to technical difficulties, I couldn't do what I wanted to do, so we canceled the show for this morning, and we'll just do it again next Saturday, which we will. Some of you guys basically have already seen it, so if you want to join us again, please do. Okay, so I don't have, you guys have seen a lot of intros for a lot of shows, and I tried to do something different by basically showing you scenes on this one here. This I played in the beginning already. Some of you are going to be seeing this for the first time. Some of you are not. But oops, need to put up the grid. This is, and my show went from, or the grids went from 1960, okay, to 1970. Let it load. Go up here. And this is the grid for 1970. And if you look at CBS at 10 a.m., CBS at 10 a.m., we got to see the first look of Josie and the Pussycats, ladies and gentlemen. Josie and the Pussycats. And this is a clip that I had already shown.
What's the big idea, Sebastian?
I won't show the full
Waking
6
me up in the
minutes.
middle of the night.
Actually, why don't I just advance it a bit because you didn't see the first 6 minutes either, I think.
I think he's trying to tell us
Okay,
something.
that's good enough.
Well, let him tell us in the morning. Now what?
See you next week, Mike.
I think we better wake up the boys and find out what Sebastian's talking about.
Me too. My ears are twitching the danger signal a mile a minute, and they need their
I forgot about our ears doing that.
Look, there's a light coming from that door.
You notice this
Well, let's
music?
see what it is.
The music came from Scooby-Doo.
Wow, it's some kind of a super laboratory.
You notice in
Look
some
at that
Hanna-Barbera
crazy
series during the
house.
70s,
Move
69
over,
as
Josie.
well.
Let me see.
They reused the music. There's some series out there, actually in Herculoids,
Something
and even
tells me
Space Ghost,
we're in
you'll hear
trouble.
Johnny Quest music in it.
And now that you meddling kids know my
Aha!
secret,
Did you hear what he
I must
said?
make sure it remains
Did you hear what
a
he
secret.
said?
And just what are you going to do with
I
a
want you guys to
screen
listen
nose,
carefully.
or whatever your name is?
Tells me we're in trouble.
Listen, guys.
And now that you meddling kids know my secret,
Okay?
I must make
He
sure
used a famous
it remains
Scooby-Doo
a
line.
secret.
You meddling
And
kids.
just what are you going to do with a screen nose, or whatever your name is?
Not much. You're just going to take a little walk through my garden of creature plants.
Oh, goody. I'll take some pictures to send home.
Forget it. Those aren't the posing types of posies.
Now, for the first stroll through my little garden, I need 3 volunteers. You, and you.
Just a minute, Mr. Greenfat. Alan and I do everything together. He stays with me.
Very well. You two may stay together.
Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to end this show, guys, with this last clip, which if you are a classic Saturday morning cartoon junkie, I'm going to use that term, you will enjoy this. This is my last clip. You will not hear my voice after this clip. How long is this clip? This is a minute. You will not hear my voice after this clip. I just want you to enjoy this. So thank you, everybody, for helping me run this test. Things seem to be working fine. Maybe my anger had got to, the people that I sent my emails to this morning. But I want you guys to enjoy this.
Beep, beep.